And this is going in Ford's booth?
That's correct, yes. In 5 days.
Yeah. Suspension's still on the ground over there. Bumper's still being welded over here. Guys! You have 5 days to get this to SEMA?
The other one that, yes, it's going to be done in 5 days.
What is that? Just hanging down. What's up, you guys? It's your pal Matt McAdam, aka Desert Chief, only on Driving Lines Chasing Dust, the show that brings you everything about life off-road. And today I'm out here in Johnson Valley, California at LGE-CTS Motorsports / Baja Forged. I'm here at their shop and they got 3 Bronco builds that I'm going to check out today. We're in late October. You guys aren't going to be seeing this until after the show because this is a very secret project that not a lot of people know about. So I'm out here getting the inside peek before anybody else. I'm going to show you guys the work that goes into these vehicles before the SEMA Show in Las Vegas in just 2 weeks' time. Now, I'm wearing my Baja Forged sweater here, just got to represent and show some love. Baja Forged LGE-CTS is ran by 2 of my great friends, Theresa and Sara Morrison, and they have been in this off-road lifestyle for their whole lives. And they're fantastic fabricators, they're fantastic designers, painters. They do everything when it comes to building these off-road trucks. They have the vision that I so much respect when it comes to somebody who's building off-road vehicles. Their stuff is unique. It's really, really well built. And when I heard that they got 3 Broncos from Ford to build for the SEMA Show, I just had to check them out for myself. And it wasn't enough for me to actually go to the SEMA Show in Las Vegas and see them, you know, amongst the crowds and everybody else there. I wanted to see the engineering, the time, the research, all the development, everything that, you know, basically got down to the nuts and bolts of what it takes to build these Broncos for a show like the SEMA Show in Las Vegas before it even got to that finishing point. So that's why I'm here today at their compound in Johnson Valley, so I can check out these builds before anybody else has. Now, LGE-CTS has been building a line of their own products for all kinds of off-road vehicles, and that product line known as Baja Forged is hitting the market now, and you can actually buy it and put it on your vehicle too. I'm excited to see those parts on these new builds. I'm also excited to see the partners that they're working with who are building a lot of really great parts for these vehicles, and most of them you probably don't even know that they have parts for these Broncos yet because they're just not out there yet. That's what this show at SEMA Show 2021 is going to be showcasing on a lot of these Broncos that are going to be hitting that show. I can already hear all kinds of laughter going on in there. Look at this. What is up, guys? Wow, I've never seen a Bronco. Actually, this is the second Bronco I've ever seen in real life. So, yeah, the new Broncos.
Well, we got 2 for you.
You got 2 for? That's awesome. All right. What's going on, Theresa? I know your hands are dirty.
Matt.
Good to see you. Yeah, Sarah, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
You guys busy over here, huh? You got bumpers over here. You guys are working on suspension down here. Oh, man.
Everything.
We got a lot to get to, don't we?
We do. And only a couple days left.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys are getting close, but it looks like I see wheels and tires on that one over there,
right.
and it's all ready to go.
You want to show them your Bronco, Sarah? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so let's, okay, you guys have 3 builds, right?
We do,
Okay,
yeah.
so you have 2 4-door full-size, and then you have 1 sport that I heard about.
Yep.
Okay, so of course, this is all being filmed before the show, and it's going to be...
We are less than a week away.
Yeah.
So we have 4 days now? I don't know what's today. I know, Tuesday.
Do you even want to think about it?
We have 5 working days left. 5 24-hour working days left.
Wow.
Because we leave Sunday morning at like 3 a.m. to head to the show. Because they have to be in Ford's booth and everything like that. And so
and there's still welding going on. So
there's still fabrication, welding, paintwork, and it will all get done.
Oh, I believe you guys. I believe you. So what you're saying is hurry up, take your video stuff, and get the hell out of here. Yeah. Okay, so the SEMA show is coming up, and you guys have a couple days left to work on these vehicles. You have a lot of work to do in front of you guys, but these are 3 vehicles that no one has really seen before. You guys have had teasers on Instagram. I've seen a couple little pictures here and there, but beyond that, these are top secret builds, and I consider myself very lucky to be able to get an inside view of these before anybody else does.
Awesome.
And I would love for our viewers to see what you guys are putting into these vehicles and how many hours and what you guys are doing from the design standpoint to the engineering to the research development to the actual building them, some of the nuances of like, okay, I thought this was going to work and now I put it on there and guess what? It hits a bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure there's a lot of these things that people don't really see when they're walking around a vehicle at a booth in SEMA. They don't see all these stories that go on behind the scenes.
They
and
see it done and
they see it finished.
And not the craziness of working 24-hour days or making sure something happens. And like you just said, it doesn't fit. Or I got to grind down fiberglass and change this. And that's a few hours. So you just don't know what's going to, turn up. Yeah.
Exactly. And then people just think that you guys got these things last year. And you've been working out on the wire. It's like, why are you procrastinating, guys? Like, come on. Cool. Well, let's get to it. So you guys got 2 builds here. Sarah, let's see yours first. You got your blue one over here?
Mine is the 4-door, and it's the soft top.
Soft top edition, yep. Outer banks?
The outer banks.
Okay.
And this one, I'm running the Baja Kids suspension with the King shocks.
Okay.
And this one will be in Baja Kids booth at SEMA.
Cool.
We are not doing as much to this one as we are obviously to the other one, because the other one's going to be in Ford's booth, so we're spending a lot more
time and effort.
On that one. Yeah.
But it looks amazing as it is. Yeah.
What I actually really like about the Broncos is that we only it's pretty much stock with suspension wheels and tires.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
And no doubt capable as hell too.
And the color. You want to tell them about the color?
Yeah.
So the what's the name of the color? I forgot.
Antimatter.
Antimatter. See, I was calling it
Antimatter.
The Tonight Show Blue.
That's what it was called.
That's what it was called before. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's funny.
So the blue on this Bronco matches the blue that we did on the Jay Leno Bronco.
Okay.
So in 2019, when we did the Jay Leno Bronco, we did it. My sister made the blue color, and it was called Tonight Show Blue.
Love it. Yeah. That's awesome.
And then the whole purpose was in 2020, we were going to build the blue Bronco to match that one.
The one that you guys did before.
Classic one, yeah. But obviously, things didn't work out that way. So we still got the blue Bronco, but so this one will be, like I said, going in Baja Kids booth, and then the theme for this one will be more overland stuff.
Okay.
Versus my sister's more like the desert.
The
paced. So
full blown build. You got better tires than hers though.
Currently, yes. Yes.
So you guys have accessories going on this too that's going to be added on? I mean, it looks like there's a lot of it's done, but I mean, you have some bumpers that are going to be going on there, I'm sure, because it doesn't have one on there right now.
This is how we get our workouts.
As she's carrying it over.
So this is our new front bumper that we are going to have.
And this is your Baja Forge line of bumpers. Yeah.
Yep, that's right. So we are going to be doing a winch mount, because a lot of these people, I mean, that's one of the biggest things. So
of course.
We wanted to really tuck it in there really well. We could even, you want to hold it up against her? Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
And it's
That's where it butts up to.
Yeah, but it's pretty close to him. So
yeah, and then you get the winch right there, and then you get the fairly...
So we tucked it in pretty tight. We have some more airflow going because there's all those coolers down there.
Yep.
So we got a different way in the skid plate.
Yep.
You still get that airflow as well. But yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that we saw, is that everyone has their winches and they're so big. So we actually do a relocator for the top electronic.
The controller?
Yeah. And so we put that down below, so it just looks nice and clean. And
this is my style. I'm a desert guy, so the two bumper with like functional winch. That's my style.
Put this down real quick.
Yeah, it's heavy. Put it down.
And then adapt lights. Love these. So the adapt lights are going on Teresa's Bronco.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I'm getting Baja designs on mine. So.
That's what I got on my Ranger. Yep.
So then these are going to be going on the top. These are so awesome.
Oh yeah, I've seen these on like trophy trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put those right on top of that bumper right there.
Yeah. Yep.
So nice and clean, huh?
That's gonna look really good.
Love that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my sister told you, but she was on the Bronco design team for like 6 years or something.
I got to be on the expert
I did not know that.
panel for
Really?
for last 5-6 years almost. Yeah.
I would say they made a good choice putting you on that team.
It was pretty awesome. So what they did is they had a few different experts like Dave Cole from King of the Hammers, Sean Holman from Truck Trend, Casey Curry, Fred Williams. So all these people from different parts of the industry. So I was more design wise. Right. But it was so fun. And it was so cool to have these conversations about straight axle or independent and V8 or, you know, all these different things. And just to see it, you know, and then the full open concept of the roof, you know, not having that B pillar across it, and just all these things that were just so fun. And then to see, you know, what they did with the way that they brought so many parts, components to the market. And they were kind of like, hey, is that a deterrent to you guys as like an aftermarket company? And I was like, no, you're actually making it easier for us. You're putting all the engineering work into it. Now it's up to us to use that engineering and to make cool parts.
And just build upon it.
Exactly.
And just the fact that they actually asked or were mindful of that says so much about what Ford is doing these days with these vehicles. And that blows me away. I mean, I feel like I could do a whole episode just talking to you about that stuff, because that is I geek out on these OE manufacturers and how they
I can finally talk about it.
Yeah, the embargo's lifted.
Like, oh my gosh, for years.
Okay, we're gonna have to put a pin in that conversation and do that again. And speaking of clearance, you guys got 37-inch tires on this now, and it fits on there. No real rubbing or any issues or anything as far as, like, you know, being able to turn. These are just massive tires.
We had it, actually, we put the 37s on it before we even got the shocks on there, and it rolled. I mean, there was rubbing and stuff, but no, we're running the 17 by 8.5 with a 0 offset on the 37 1250s. I really like the way it sticks out. Pretty good.
It's got a nice aggressive stance to it.
I honestly, once we actually got the shocks on there, it settled a little bit right now since the day we got it, but I can't wait to actually get it out there and see.
It's just awesome to see that you could put a 37-inch tire on a Bronco. Like stock. You can actually it will bolt on the truck, you know? There's not very many vehicles, and Jeep Wrangler included, that you could just slap a 37-inch tire on and make it go straight down the road.
And that was a lot of the engineering part of it, because, you know, did they want to compete with Jeep? Of course. You know, this is a different vehicle that's been out, you know, back in the day for a while. But they knew they took a long time to come to market to make sure that putting all the design and the engineering into it, that they really needed to do all that. And, I think they did a good job at doing that.
I'd say so too. So this has got a King 2.5 coilover with a Bach kits, upper control arm. I'm seeing there it's like a Uniball style upper control arm from them. And then looks like just the steel spindle that comes from Ford and the stock lower, and it all works out pretty well.
And then it has the rear arm on there in the back.
Yeah, so this is independent, but it's a linked rear suspension, unlike the Ranger's leaf springs. So got the King coilover up there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it goes all the way up, and that's just saying that you were able to just bolt a coilover on the rear of a vehicle. You know, if you're going to do that to like a Jeep or something, it's a lot of money and a lot of time. Like, coilover conversions aren't cheap and they're not easy. But here you are with just a King coilover sitting there with the Bach kits arm on the back of it. That's just super awesome. It's a game changer, because people who want to build SUVs like this, you know, the Jeep Wranglers, you can do coilovers on them, but it takes a lot of money and a lot of time to do that.
And you know, Ford's goal with that was obviously to get a really good ride. You know, you have people that are going to be very active enthusiasts that are in the market wanting this vehicle, but then a lot that aren't. That are just going to buy it and want to drive it every day and want a really comfortable ride, and that's where they wanted to get both of those things.
The point is that you got options. That's what I love about it.
On this too, actually, driving it on the road, like you said, we just bolted in the coilover and drive it. It rides really, really well. I've driven Jeeps before that have the coilover conversions, and I swear you hit the freeway sometimes and you're just kind of like,
place,
it's like you have to upgrade all the sway bars and everything just so that it's like still tracks down the road. So I was really impressed with the fact that like, I got that out of there. So.
Absolutely. I mean, Jeep Wranglers with a long arm kit, and you got track bars, and then you got like the coilover conversion kit, and then you got like, you know, all these components, sway bar end links that are being changed out, all this stuff. Yeah, then it will ride nice. But you're in it 15 grand. Like it's just so much work and time and money, and just being able to do that on this platform is super nice.
Yeah. So I'm stoked because like yes, we have the Baja kits, and then on Theresa's we're gonna be running the Icon kit.
Yeah. Which I'm seeing here on the ground.
So I'm with the electronic valving.
Oh, Dylan showed me these when I was at the shop. I was at Icon just a month ago, and he was showing me some of this stuff. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. One of the things we were excited about on that is like we're going to be able to see the difference between the two brands, like when we go out off-roading and actually using our vehicles.
Right.
And, like that's big for us when we have our customers and stuff too, because they always want to know like why am I running this brand versus this brand?
What's the difference?
So,
yeah.
So actually going out and having the different brands on our vehicles, letting them know the plus and minuses of both kits or brands that we use, and like I said, we're going with different lighting companies as well. So just running different things so we can actually test everything. So but yeah, I'm really excited on this kit. For the other Broncos, I can't wait to actually get out there and see
how it does
side by side
compared to this one out here. Yeah, and you know what? Like I've always been a huge fan of Icon's holistic approach to building suspension systems for vehicles, and no doubt the engineers over there, you know, they have such a firm grasp of like what suspension engineering is all about with these vehicles, and they put them through so many torture tests and so many miles and miles of testing.
We get to do that with them.
You guys do? See, I've always asked, but they never bring me along. So
the big difference on theirs, like you were saying too, the one thing that I really like about the Icon kits is like everything is sold together. Like they engineer all our arms together and their shocks and everything. So you're not running like, I mean, even though if you're running like the Baja kits and they're testing their stuff with the Kings, to me it's like, it's so much different than when it's like you call one company and you say, this is what I'm looking at, and then they have all the answers to everything because it's all of their product.
And every single component is built and engineered to coincide with everything else that's going on in the vehicle.
Yeah, and they put like little things, like I'm sure he showed you this when he was down there, like this on their arm is where the reservoir hose goes on
fits,
here and fits on there, so you don't have to worry about it like, you know, trying to zip tie it something, and then they have skids on the bottom of their arms for the extra protection and stuff.
And you guys can just see how beat this is. That's an FK rod in JMX6 or JML 16. And that's a full blown like racing rod end. Like that's what you'd find on trophy trucks. Like it's crazy.
And like on their stuff, I like too. I don't know if you want to adjust these. You don't have to take them out and adjust them and put them back in like most brands do. These here, you just loosen up your and adjust them, and then re-tighten up your. So it's like that's pretty nice too when you want to just have like
setting your pinion, and all that stuff. That's super easy.
So just little things like that make like to me it's like a big difference.
Because they've thought about that, because it's like you said, they do the testing and stuff, and then they're out there and like, oh, this would be nicer if we could do something like whatever along the way to figure all those things out and stuff. So
and another added benefit to why I like Icon stuff is they're able to sell you a basic kit that will get the job done for most people, but if you really want the badass top of the line, they have stages for that. So you can just upgrade to that and then go crazy. But all of it is always going to work because they've tested it that way. So this kit, we talked about this for a little bit, is not going on this one, but it's going on this one. And we haven't really talked about this Bronco yet. So introduce me to your Bronco build, Theresa.
So we have the Baja forged one that is going to be in the Ford booth at SEMA. So we did do the advanced fiberglass quarters, fenders. So we have a quarter panel, and then I'm still working on this right here.
Oh, okay. No judgment. You guys got some work to do still.
There's still some work. Body lines, come
but they match up nice.
So
there's not really any
good
difference
fit and
there.
finish that way and stuff like that. Obviously, we're still color sanding and busting, but you look down the side, that looks pretty. Good, nice lines.
Looks really nice.
We love the look of the old school fender. And the wheel well.
It just reminds me of the old classic Bronco.
That's exactly what we wanted is we have different Broncos and versions so that we can show everyone and give people like your audience and stuff ideas of what they can do.
Right.
Like she said, there's just, you know, suspension, wheels, and tires on that. And look how awesome it looks.
Yeah.
This has a lot more work done, but still, you know, we're saying is they can both look just as good, you know, with that. So.
This is going to be a hardtop model?
Yep, we're going to do a hardtop on it. We had the interior down and we went back and forth and stuff, but yes, it is one of the hard tops that is out there right now currently.
Very few of them.
I know they're still working on some things on that, but this is one of those. So
awesome.
Yep.
So this is gonna get that kit that we just talked about over there. And then what are you doing for wheels and tires on this one?
So we do have the Nitto Recon.
Oh, nice.
We were going with the 35, but I decided to upgrade to the 37. So we have the Nitto, the 37 Recon, and we're wrapping that around a 20-inch method.
Awesome. Okay, so the Recon Grappler is the new all-terrain from Nitto, and I got them on my Ranger. Absolutely love them. Yeah. And they're like to me, very similar to the Ridge Grappler that I've been running for a long time. Yeah. But it's actually just like a more of a, I guess, tamer on the street than it is on the Ridge Grappler. But I think that it's a great tire. So I think it's going to be really cool to see one on a Bronco, especially in a, you said 37 with a 20. Yeah, that's going to look really nice. Yeah, with that aspect.
I know. I always have to go with 20-inch wheels, and around 37s, it looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, so, absolutely. Yeah. Definitely not on a 35. It looks a bit too big of a wheel.
I tried, and that didn't come out right. So
besides, are you really
made it happen, and we have a 37 now.
Were you really gonna let your sister run a bigger tire than you? Come on,
competition.
Yeah.
It looks so good. The stance turned out great though on her, so I'm excited to see, you know, what this looks like too. And I love the Recon because of that squareness, but it has such a good, you know, shoulder on it and stuff too. Yeah. I like a strong square shoulder like that and stuff.
It's a very very bold all-terrain.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to look really cool with these fenders and this bodywork from Advanced Fiberglass, just because it's such a departure from the Bronco fenders that come from Ford.
Yep.
You know, they have like the almost like a Jeep Wrangler style where like it's like there's an outer fender and this is all just one piece. So that looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were just really trying to get the differences between the two. And for Ford, they wanted this to be like a luxury off-road look.
Yeah.
So that it's just, you know, a little different, you know, departure. I mean, even hers, I mean, they're both really nice.
They're crazy.
Know?
Yeah, they look so nice.
I love how they're turning out. So.
And this is going in Ford's booth?
That's correct, yes.
Wow. So you got a lot.
In 5 days.
Yeah. Take a good look, guys.
Yes, people.
Ford Motor Company is having trust them to have this vehicle finished in 5 days. And it doesn't have anything on it right now. The suspension's still on the ground over there. The bumper's still being welded over here.
Oh, they called us today.
Anything else that's notable besides you guys putting your bumpers, obviously?
Definitely putting our bumpers on there. Yep. We're going to have rigid lighting. We're going to have the Warn winch on here. Yeah, it has the Borla exhaust. Yeah.
Okay. This got the 2.7.
2.7. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We did do full interior seats. We changed out the seats on this one. We did some modifications. Yeah. And Rogelio's, he did all the upholstery. We actually have like the top dash covered as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because again, it was more of a luxury look.
Yeah.
So we went with a lighter color inside and stuff. So yeah.
I didn't even peek on the inside yet. Is it all stripped out?
Oh, there's nothing in it at all. The gate open, the rear gate.
Guys, you have 5 days to get this to SEMA?
So what we normally do is we ask for a black vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there's way less work with a black vehicle.
Right.
Things we're doing is we gotta change everything out on this blue color from that.
And this is Area 51?
So, yes.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome color.
That's the color I ordered.
Our theme. It's awesome. We love it.
Right.
But the whole undercarriage we had to paint. The wheel, like some things are hidden. Yeah. But the roll bar, all of these things, and you have to tear out a lot of that.
Oh my goodness.
And then we did the dash. So like I said, we wrapped the dash and stuff, and you know we did all these other components. So.
Is there like a team of people that's not here right now? Like
we do have 2 more people coming.
Okay.
But no, I know a lot of all-nighters.
It's like Extreme Makeover Bronco Edition.
Oh yeah.
But there's like only 4 people.
Really what you guys do?
Yeah.
Wait a second, what?
This is crazy. This gives me anxiety. I'm not even the one building it.
It probably gives them anxiety too. The rest of it. I'm like, no, just go. You do this
work.
now.
Yeah. Wow. So this Bronco Sport, we haven't seen this one yet. So can you show that one to me?
Sure. Let's go look at it.
Let's go do it. All right. So here we are in the paint booth. And there it is in all its glory, the Sport.
Now we got the Sport. This is the other one that, yes, it's going to be done in 5 days.
And what is that? Just hanging down.
That's the ECU.
That's the computer.
Yeah. We're like, seriously? And then, of course, our bumper comes right here.
Yep.
So we have to figure out a way to relocate that. Ford warned us. They were like, I don't know if you want to change the bumper. And I was like, oh, no, we're going to change the bumper. They're like, the ECU's right there. I'm like,
oh okay.
So literally probably a day of a couple people wrapping their heads around it, trying to make it work somewhere. So
you guys are nuts.
We got to tackle the project on because who needs to do it? We need to do it for someone, right?
Of course.
Who wants the bumper for this?
Yeah.
People want the bumper. You know?
Yeah. So let's talk about this platform for a minute. I mean, this is what has been called the baby Bronco on the forums, on the Facebook groups, whatever you want to call it. But it's really like a really capable vehicle from what I've seen. Like it does a lot for the average kind of like person who wants to go adventure off-roading here and there. Nothing crazy. Yeah, and we're seeing a huge resurgence, or I guess like, not even a resurgence, but a huge insurgence of people who are buying crossover SUVs and they're putting a few things to modify them, sometimes just bigger tires and a small lift, or maybe not even that, just like basically an all-terrain tire that was the same size as the stock tire, and then a roof rack, a rooftop tent, some accessories. And they're going out and they're adventuring off of the pavement. And that's something that's becoming wildly popular right now. And I've heard the term soft-roading thrown around, things like that. And this Bronco Sport is kind of like the answer from Ford for the people who want to do that and not really quite get into the full-size Bronco.
Yep.
And to see that you guys are developing parts for it and building one is very exciting, because I'm sure a lot of people out there who are driving these things around, they're kind of feeling like, it's kind of like a mom car, like I want to beef this thing up a little bit. Yeah. What can be done to it? And then here's your first example right here. That's going to be at the SEMA Show.
No, and that's what we love about that. It reminds me a little bit of the Ranger right away, because the Ranger came out and it didn't get as much recognition, but there's so much like low end torque and horsepower in these lighter vehicles like this that they're so capable.
Yeah.
And they've done just the same thing on this platform too with the Bronco Sport. And just looking at it and using it, driving it stock, it was awesome. It does great off-roading or soft-roading, like you were mentioning. But, maybe people do want to do a little more. So that's what we do. And we look at it and we're like, well, we want a little more clearance and we want a little more of this. So
and you want it to look cool, too. I mean, there's a lot of, like, aesthetic aspects that go into what you guys do here, too.
Agreed. And I think we need to use this platform to find out, do people want this suspension that we put on here?
So you guys did you guys change the suspension on this build?
We sure did.
Oh, okay.
So Icon made a strut for it.
No way.
Yeah. So this is obviously a prototype right here.
Oh, wow. Look at that, you guys.
But they would, they want to hear it from you guys if you guys want to see this,
So this is kind of unprecedented because, like, you don't see shock companies, like off-road shock companies, building parts for crossover unibody crossover vehicles,
Yep.
And that's crazy. That is a straight up, like, that's like a 2.0 diameter strut, I believe. And it's got an actual adjustable collar on it so you can adjust the ride height.
Yeah.
And it's got a reservoir that comes down here too.
Yep. How awesome is that, huh? And
hats off to Icon, man.
We got a 265 on there as well.
So you're gonna put 32-inch tire on this.
You want it's outside or whatever you want,
So we got the Ridge Grappler.
Yeah.
Look at that on the Method.
Awesome Method.
It's like the rally wheel, looks like.
Yes.
So that's a 30.
I mean, technically, it's like a rally car, right?
It's
look at that. Look at that difference.
Yeah, so this is a 265, 65, 17. So this is like a 31-inch tire right here.
Yeah.
And it's going to go on a crossover unibody vehicle.
Yeah. And it fit, like, I could get, with its stock, no suspension, I could get my hand behind the firewall and the wheel in full lock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because we were actually going to run a smaller tire, and then Chris told us that we could run a bigger one. So they ended up sending us a larger tire, and it fit. So we were like, all right, sweet.
The more aggressive, the better.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we like bigger tires. We're good with that.
Yeah. And the Ridge is a great hybrid terrain, and this is perfect for somebody who wants to go drive to work on Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday they want to go hit a trail.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to see that that companies are starting to understand that there is a huge need in the market for parts like this, for vehicles like this, and they're stepping up and doing it. And it's great to see people like you who have the vision to put all these parts together in a way that aesthetically makes sense and engineering makes sense as well. It's actually going to be it's not just look, we've all been to SEMA. We've all seen a lot of the builds that end up there.
Yeah.
But what a small percentage of them are actually like out there capable of doing awesome off-road driving or adventuring. Very, very small percentage of them are actually there for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the way you guys are building these vehicles is like, it's here at a show. It's got under 50 miles on it or whatever. But at the same time, I'm going to take this on the way home and hit every bit of desert. Yeah. Because I'm the same way, like I would do the same thing. Yeah. I did. On the way here, funny she mentioned that. On the way here, I was like, I haven't been to Johnson Valley in a while, and I found a dirt road, and I just like veered off the highway and then just took the dirt all the way out to your guys' place, and it was the most fun 10 miles I've done in weeks. So it's the same thing though. You can take these vehicles and you can drive them off-road and use them for how they were built and the purpose that they're being built for. And that just speaks volumes about how a consumer can trust a company to build a vehicle for them because they're the ones doing this kind of stuff on their own. So it comes full circle. And this car, although like I probably would never buy a sport, but just because of what I do, I know there's a lot of people who aren't really into off-roading that want to be. And this is like their stepping stone into that world.
Oh yeah, and I mean we've given it like I would say almost 4 inches extra of clearance underneath it. So that's amazing right
it's
there.
Huge.
It is. So little things like that with everything on it. I mean, it has a great stance to it.
Yep.
And like you said, it's capable. We love for them to aesthetically look good.
Right.
And do well on the showroom floor where everyone loves them and stuff, but we want to use them. That's our goal. That's always our first goal is why are we building these things so we could go out and use them, so.
And it actually does, to me, whenever I see a vehicle that has proper components on it that looks like it can actually do pretty well off-road, I'm more impressed by the way it looks because of those parts and because of the engineering that's gone into it rather than like a really flashy paint job and giant 28-inch wheels. Like, I get the market for that too. There's a lot of people.
I'm not gonna lie.
20's nice. I said 28.
I know.
I'm more of a 17-inch wheel.
Styles, I know.
Yeah. No, it will look really good. And I think you guys are going to see a lot of people who are going to be interested in what you guys did to this build and when they can get their hands on those parts. So
awesome. I'm excited about that.
Super rad. So what else? We got the Icon suspension. You got your bumpers going on this, I'm sure, right?
Yep. Front and rear bumpers.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people thought. Oh, you're going to pull off, this huge bumper and make one. And I was like, yeah, we did it.
Have to do it, yeah.
We have to. So we did full front bumpers, front and rear. We got air design fender flares going on it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We do have the rigid lights. We did a light bar with round lights on the top.
Yep.
Because some Ford accessory components as well. So they have like their own component that fits the roof rack.
Yeah.
That then fits that light bar.
Yep.
What inside? We have the
Recaro seats.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh.
We have 4 Recaro seats in there.
Like bucket seats?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh,
bars
wow.
and we have a seatbelt harness bars and everything. So we took them out to paint them and stuff to finish them up, but they go B pillar, C pillar.
Oh, this is going to look so rad.
That's pretty cool.
That changes everything.
Right?
Putting like race seats in here.
We wanted to really make this capable and show what they are.
It's like, mom car, you thought.
Right?
That is super nice. Look at the stitching on there. I mean, it's beautiful. And you guys have your Baja Forge logo right there on the headrest.
And they were like, do you want 2 or 4? It's like, you gotta go.
Are you kidding?
4.
Yeah, you can't just do the stock back seat.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No.
And then we're putting like the track boards in the back and
traction boards.
Yeah, and then bridle jack and stuff. So
where's the jack gonna go?
Inside.
Oh, inside. Okay, I was like on the outside. Yeah.
Inside,
Yeah.
We'll put that on the inside.
Oh man. Well, I hope they have the door open so everybody can see all this cool stuff.
So we'll have the windows down and we'll have the rear hatch, the lift gate we will have open. So we do talk to Ford about all those components, like how we're going to have them at the show and present them and things like that. That's a big part of it.
So this is also going to be in Ford's booth.
It is, yeah.
Wow. I mean, this is going to be so awesome. I'm actually kind of more excited for this Bronco sport than I am for the actual, because I don't see these ever built. You know, like you just see the big Broncos being built. I mean, which they're super rad. The ones you guys put together.
Totally.
But for some reason, like I came here with like the thought in mind that like, okay, it's a sport. What are they gonna do? Put wheels and tires on? I'm like, no, this is a full blown build, and this is gonna be awesome.
I love it because, you know, it's like we like to do these very like subtle touches, but at the same time, like it's kind of what you said. We put these components that are legit. You have a Recaro seat in there, like that's a race seat, you know, like
a Pro Eagle jack. You have like, you know, like
we yeah, totally.
That is nuts.
That's what that's about. So
you guys are so rad and also insane for how much work still needs to be done. Well, guys, I don't want to take up any more of your time that I already have for this episode, but I'm so grateful that I got to get this insider look before these vehicles make it their way. You guys are driving them to Las Vegas.
Sure.
They're not being towed out there, so they're gonna be. You guys are gonna hop in these things in a couple of days.
Not off-roading there, though.
No, on the way back. On the way back, yeah, yeah.
Too much cleaning.
Right.
No rock chips.
But I mean, it blows my mind, and I know I have no doubt in my mind you're going to get all these done in 4 or 5 days and be able to hop in them and drive out to Vegas. But hats off to you guys. I mean, this is such an undertaking, and I know that they're going to get the recognition that they deserve, these vehicles, and all the work that you guys have put behind it for the last X number of weeks, months, however long it's been. You guys coming down to the wire here. So thank you guys so much for having me on at your place and showing me around today.
Glad you take the time to come. Thank you for coming up here. Yeah, all the way out here in the middle
of the desert. Course. Yeah, any excuse, first of all, to come out to Johnson Valley. Second of all, to get such an awesome look at these things before anybody else does.
Cool.
I'm grateful to be here. So
awesome.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. As always, I'd love to thank you guys for watching Chasing Dust and being here. I want to thank Driving Line and Nitto for having me on their channel. This is definitely my favorite part of my job, is telling these untold stories of these incredible builds that people are working on and all the work that goes behind them. Being able to show you guys all the effort that goes into these vehicles is a great part of my job. So I'm really stoked to be here making these videos. And if you guys like this video or all the videos on this channel, please make sure you subscribe to Driving Line. But these guys have a ton of work ahead of them, so I'm not going to be sticking around here in their hair for too long. I'm going to jet out of here in the Ranger and head back down to SoCal. Thanks again for watching, you guys. It's your pal Desert Chief, only on Driving Line's Chasing Dust, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching Driving Line. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing to our channel so you'll never miss any of the content we create here. Whether you're into trucks, Jeeps, imports, domestic vehicles, or anything in between, we are here to fuel your passion. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys next time.